Hi, I'm Derek B., editor of the Peru Tribune, back with you today for another edition of Tomorrow's News, our daily video feature in which we tell you a little bit about what to expect in the next day's newspaper. Today is Tuesday, March 25th, 2014, so I'll be telling you what you can expect to read in the March 26th print edition of the Peru Tribune, or online tonight at perutribune.com. On our lead story, Chad Abshire has an update for us on the criminal code changes coming in July to the state of Indiana. He spoke to Miami County Prosecutor Bruce Embry about his feelings on the code, which will reduce some offenses on the low end and actually increase some on the high end, with the end goal of hopefully reducing the amount that the state is spending on incarceration. Embry said he mostly supports those changes, which is really nice news. And State Senator Randy Head, who was also involved with that process, said he was really proud of where they ended up. On our display story, Eric Stoff went this morning to the Peru Public Library for story time. They have children there between birth and 5 years old to hear stories read aloud. It's really great to see them embracing literacy with that program, which has now been going for 4 decades. Also on A1, a very different story from Eric. 4 Peru residents were arrested on drug charges Monday. We also had some other drug arrests out in the county. This was the result of a 3-week-long investigation by Peru police. Glad to see them get those folks behind bars and continuing to do what it takes to get drugs off our streets. Finally, we have a story from our friends over in Wabash on Bobby Vinton, who is coming back to the Honeywell Center on Saturday. The legendary singer says that he really enjoys performing in that space and is looking forward to coming back. So I hope a lot of folks from Peru and Miami County will make their way over to see a legend in person. On our education page, I wrote a story about what local educators thought of some of the developments during the legislative session that wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now. We talked about Common Core for Tuesday's edition, so in this one we touched on some other things like the preschool pilot and whether folks should be able to have guns in locked vehicles in vehicles that are in school parking lots. Some interesting stuff there from our local educators and legislators, so I hope you'll take a look at that and get a little more educated about the changes that are coming to the law. Finally, we have 2 stories on our sports page, one from Nick Roby. He has a report for us on local golf courses, which have struggled a little bit with the winter, but are looking to open soon. A couple of them have pushed back their dates already, but looks like golf is going to be going here in earnest pretty soon in Miami County. Really excited to see that back. And we have a somewhat sadder story out of Marion. Matt Wilson over at the Chronicle Tribune wrote a story for us, also for the Chronicle, about Courtney Moses, an Oak Hill graduate and former Indiana Miss Basketball, who unfortunately ended her career with the Peru Boilermakers this season. They were playing for a chance at the Sweet 16, but unfortunately were denied on Monday night. So look for that story to find out a little bit about the record that she set in that game. And looking forward to doing some reporting in the future, reading some reporting about how she feels about her career looking back on it and if she could have a future in the professional ranks. As always, you can find all those stories in tomorrow's print edition of the Peru Tribune and online tonight at perutribune.com. You can find links to them on our Facebook and Twitter pages, which are both Peru Tribune, and you can find me and all of our reporters on Twitter. Until tomorrow, that's tomorrow's news. I'm Derek B. Have a great Wednesday.